people? Tara na at pag-usapan muli ang isa na namang lesson for effective communication. And this is our second to the last lesson para sa first quarter. Kaya naman, kung bago ka pong nanonood, just click the subscribe, like at saka notification button para lagi ka pong updated. At huwag na nga tayo magpatumpik-tumpik, let's go na agad-agad. So for our warm-up activity, so ayan po, ang title niya is, Did We Mean the Same Thing? Okay, for example, the situation is, your classmate texts you, okay. No? Ayan. And of course, this is our guide question to process that situation. How many meanings can the word okay have? Ayan. What makes you interpret it differently? And next, how does context affect interpretation? And why do misunderstandings happen? Ayan, no? Naka-receive na po ba kayo ng ganyang message from your friend or someone na ang nakalagay lang is okay? Ayan. Sometimes, you read it and think na, ay okay lang siya. Ganyan, no? Pero minsan naman, di ba, mapapaisip ka, galit ba siya? May problema ba? Ganyan, no? So parang funny how a simple word, di ba, can have so many meanings depending on the situation. Kasi diba, the meaning changes because we don't just read the words diba? We also think about the context. Our relationship, diba? Gaano ba tayo ka-close doon sa sender para sabihin niya yung ganon at para magets natin kung okay lang ba talaga siya or there is something doon sa message niya, no? And syempre, even how they usually text that word, no? So in this activity, it only shows that communication is more than just reading words. No? We also have to interpret messages differently based on our experiences at saka mga assumptions. No? That's why misunderstandings happen. Kapag ang message is hindi natin naririnig yung kanyang actual voice. Diba? O hindi natin nakikita yung mga kasama nito na facial expressions. Diba? So, kumbaga, this activity give us the lesson na huwag agad tayong mag-overthink, ganyan, no? And sometimes it's better to clarify than to assume or jump into conclusion right away. Okay? Now naman, let's talk about the communication process. Yes. Kanina, di ba, tinanong natin, ano ang mabubuo mong meaning with that word okay? And that falls into communication process. And ano ba to? Diba? So, effective communication, we should always remember that it happens through three key process. No? Ayan. And this includes interpretation, engagement, at saka expression. For the interpretation, sabi dito, it is the process of understanding and giving meaning to the messages we receive, either through words, tone, body language, at saka context. For the engagement naman, no, this is considered the active listening. No? It includes responding, participating in the exchange of ideas to build mutual understanding between communicators. And the last process or the end process is the expression. Ano naman ang sinasabi ko dito? It is conveying thoughts, feelings, and information clearly. Ayun yung keyword, clearly, no? And effectively through verbal and non-verbal communication, no? Ayan. So, kumbaga kasi, ang communication, kahit paulit-ulit, it's not just about talking, diba? It's not just about the words that we use, diba? Meron siyang tatlong process. And, ayun nga, nabanggit natin, the interpretation, the engagement, saka yung expression, no? So, pinakauna dyan, we interpret first, diba, the message. Paano mangyayari yon? We need to understand, no? Kung ano ang tinatry na i-convey nung tao na kausap natin, diba? Then, after natin i-interpret yon, we need to engage ngayon by listening, by asking questions, no? Like seeking clarifications kung tama ba yung ating pagkakaintindi doon sa message niya. O kaya naman, pag-respond natin na appropriately, di ba? And the final step or process is to express. Ayun na nga, no? So, yung ating own thoughts and feelings ngayon. No? Paano naman natin sila i-express din ng klaro, di ba? Kasi it's a two-way process, no? Kumbaga, kung napag-aaralan ninyo yung mga communication model, hindi naman siya linear lang na after mong nagsalita, di ba, as the sender, it ends there. No, di ba? Kailangan meron pa ring feedbacking. So, doon para pumapasok yung tinatawag nating expression. Ayan. So, based on the message relayed or given by the sender, eto ngayon yung moment kung saan tayo ay magre-respond or magre-reply. So, kumbaga, i-imagine natin if we are a teacher, diba? Tapos you are giving an instruction, sabihin na lang natin sa isang quiz or sa isang output or sa isang project, ganyan, no? Sige. So, syempre, ang initial mong gagawin, you understand muna ano ang instruction, di ba? Ayan, as a student, di ba, na binigyan ng gagawing task ng iyong teacher. So, ang initial mong gagawin is to understand the instruction muna, di ba? Pumapasok ka na doon sa interpretation. Then, magsisip ka ngayon ng clarifications or questions, di ba? Kung sakaling may part na hindi ka na-gets doon sa instruction. And that is called now the engagement. No? And the last part, of course, you share your ideas ngayon with your group mates. Kasi nagigets mo na nga, di ba? Yan. At pumapasok na doon yung tinatawag nating expression. No? And all these three process work together. No? Kung ang isa sa kanila is mawawala, or if one of them is missing, so the communication becomes incomplete now. So ganun po sila kahalaga. They work hand in hand. Now let's proceed with the interpretation. No? Ayan. So bakit ba siya mahalaga? No? The first part. No? So it is defined as the process of understanding and giving meaning to messages received from others. No? Every message we receive is filtered through our own unique lens, shaping how we make sense of the world around us. Ayan, no? So, paano ba tayo nag-i-interpret? Of course, we do this through words, no? Next is facial expression, then through context and experience, and of course, through tone and through body language. So, words, of course, di ba? We interpret the specific words chosen, di ba? Yan, that carries the meaning. For the facial expression, of course, this includes the non-verbal cues na na-discuss na on the previous videos, diba? On a person's face provide powerful context. Ayan, no? Minsan nga kahit walang words, diba? Yan, yung face lang, diba? Gets mo na agad ano ang nais niyang ipakahulugan. And for the context and experience, of course, the present situation and past events can affect the meaning of the message. Ayan, no? And of course, the tone, yan. This includes the emotion or the attitude behind a message, no? And this emotion or attitude can completely change, no, the meaning of the message itself. And for the body language, ayan, it includes the postures, the gestures, the eye contact, and the physical movements. Ayan. Because all of these, ayan, they can send a message, no? And then can help us interpret the message as well. Ayan. So, sa madaling salita lang po, ang interpretation is the process of giving meaning to a message relayed to us, no? Ayan. So, kumbaga, we don't only listen to the words, gaya nga ng paulit-ulit dati sinasabi, but we need to pay attention to the tone of voice, no? To the facial expressions. Ayan, no? Kung sumimangot ba siya, no? Masaya ba siya nung sinabi niya yon? Ayan. No, the body language, the context, ayan po, no, and even our previous experiences with the person. Ayan, syempre kung nakaguide mo na siya dati, pag nabagit niya ulit siya, pwedeng naisip niya lagi is pinapatamaan mo siya or inuungkat mo yung nakaraan, di ba? So sometimes what people mean is not exactly what they say. Kaya may tinatawag tayong sarcasm, di ba? Ayan, mga irony, ganyan-ganyan, no? Ayan. So for example, pag sinabi ng friend mo na bahala ka, di ba? So, depende on their tone and sa kanilang facial expression, it could mean, I trust your decision, diba? Pero, pwede rin namang, ang ibig sabihin pala nun, I'm actually annoyed, nainis na ako, kaya kung sabi niya, bahala ka, parang ganon, diba? Ayan, depende sa pinartner niya doon na tone and facial expressions or gestures. Ayan, no? Ayan, so, with this, napaka-halaga, no, na malaman natin na yung mga effective communicators, they don't just focus only on the words. They also observe the clues surrounding the message. Yan. No? Nalalaman nila if you are genuine with the message na sinabi mo, if you are just well or okay, or ano ang mood mo right now nung sinabi mo yun. Let's talk about the factors that affect the interpretation. Ayan. Bakit ba namamali tayo ng interpretation or bakit nagkakaroon ng misinterpretation? No? Ayan. Interpretation is not the same for everyone. Lagi po nating tatandaan yan. No? Ayan. Kaya nga sa, diba, sa klase, pag may mga questions na sinasabi ng teacher na, oh, don't worry na, dito, wala namang right or wrong answers dito. Meron lang better answers. Ako, I always say that with my students. Diba? so that ma-encourage din silang mag-express ng kanilang mga ideas. Ano? And totoo naman yon, di ba? Minsan nga, di ba, for example, sa aming mga teachers, isa lang yung memo, di ba, na ilalabas ng DepEd or ng Division Office. Pero iba-iba kami ng interpretation. Ibang ginagawa naman nasa kabilang lugar. Tapos, ganito ginagawa namin, di ba, just like dun sa aral program na lang, no? Iba-iba pa rin ng mga interpretations. Ayan. Depende kasi sa pagtanggap natin dun sa message, di ba? Ganun din naman kapag nag-message tayo sa GC, iba-iba talaga tayo ng interpretation, no? Ayan. Ay, nag-like lang siya, passive. Diba? Kung di mo natin nakikita yung tao talaga, pwede mag-iba yung mga interpretation. So, aside doon sa interpretation is not the same for everyone, the way we understand a message depends on a variety of personal and situational factors. Yes, no? Example, yung I'm fine, sabi daw dito, can mean I'm okay. Pero pwede rin namang sabihin niya I'm upset. Diba? Or pwede rin namang ibig sabihin I don't want to talk this time. No? So, included on the factors that affect the interpretations were personal experiences and emotions, the culture and the background, the relationship with the speaker, the situation, context, and the tone of voice. So, ayun na nga, hindi tayo pwedeng magpare-pareho ng interpretation. No? Ayan. Kung sakali man, baka nagkaroon muna ng clarifications, kaya nag-come up tayo dun sa ganong isang meaning, di ba? Ayan. Kasi meron tayong kanya-kanyang experiences, meron tayong kanya-kanyang emotions for that specific time or period, di ba? We have different cultures, and of course, the level of relationship na we had with that person, di ba? So, even the same sentence, kagaya nung sa binigyan example, yung I'm fine, magkakaroon siya ng different meaning, depende, di ba? Sa kung sino ang nagsasabi nun, paano niya sinabi ito, and at the same time, kailan niya sinabi yung message na iyon, di ba? So, doon pumapasok yung context, and context really changes everything po, no? Ayan, siguro, dito nga sa I'm fine na to, no, kung ang nagsabi is your best friend, di ba? Pero kung sinabi niya yun na nakasmile siya, probably okay talaga siya, di ba? Pero, kung sinabi niya yon with crossed arms, tapos nag-a-avoid siya ng eye contact, the answer is cold, di ba? I mean, yung voice niya is, dito, dry, di ba? So, mapapaisip ka na, something's definitely wrong, di ba? Kumbaga, as a real talk lang, communication is not just about hearing words. It's about understanding the person behind those words. Now, let's have the second one. The second on the process, which is the engagement. Ang sinasabi naman sa engagement, it is the process of actively participating in communication. Involvement, kaya nga engagement, di ba? Ayan. So, good engagement includes listening actively. And it's about paying close attention without interrupting. Sa ask questions naman, you ask questions that show understanding. No? Parang reinforcement siya, di ba? Respond respectfully. So, in this part naman, you reply with courtesy and constructive feedback. Ayun, minsan kasi nawawala, di ba? Ayan. Maintain eye contact. So, syempre, demonstrate appropriate eye contact so that, minsan sa mata, sabi nga doon, nakikita, di ba? How genuine the person talking is. No? Ayan. Kung may tinatago ba siya, confident ba siya, ganyan, no? Show empathy. So, this is about recognizing and validating the feelings of other persons, no? Ayan, and stay focused, minimize distraction, no? And keep your attention. Ayun yung ibig sabihin ng mga yan. So, dahil nga ang engagement is about active participation, no? So, that involves yung lahat po ng yan. Listening carefully, asking thoughtful questions, yan, no? Maintaining eye contact, showing empathy, staying focused during conversation, lahat po ng yan, no? And good communication is a two-way street. Kasi sinabi ko, hindi siya one-way, diba? Hindi siya linear, no? Hindi naman pwedeng ikaw lang yung iniintindi sa usapan. You should also understand the other party involved, no? Ayan. So, it's not a one-person show, no? So, kung imagine mo yung classmate mo, tapos nag-share siya ng problem niya, di ba? Pero, busy ka na nag-scroll through your TikTok while saying, okay, di ba? Technically, you're present. Pero, ayun nga, you're not really engaged doon sa usapan ninyo. Di ba? So, i-compare mo ngayon, for example, the same words, di ba? May pinapakita sa'yo, and then, you put down yung cellphone mo. And then you listen carefully. And then you respond with interest. Diba? So, mafe-feel ngayon ng tao na valued siya, 'di ba? You are genuinely paying attention. Kasi, 'di ba? Ayan, aminin natin o hindi, we always watch the actions ng mga kausap natin. Hindi lang tayo about doon sa sinasabi nila eh. Kasi syempre kailangan nagtutugma yung words tsaka yung actions. Dapat complementary sila, 'di ba? Now let's talk about the strategies how to keep engaged with the conversation or communication, no? So, we have the active listening, the turn taking, 'di ba? So parang na-discuss na nga natin yung mga ganito, turn taking, 'di ba? Asking clarifying questions, giving feedback, respecting different opinions, showing interest. For example, no? Ayan, pag sinabing, "Can you explain further?" 'di ba? Pwede mo rin sabihin, "I understand your point." Yan. Kaya para masabi mong you are really engaged doon sa conversation ninyo, you can say, "Hey, that's interesting." Pero may mga feedback pa din, 'di ba? Ayan, kasi being a good communicator is not only about speaking well, 'di ba? Ano naman kung magaling kang magsalita, 'di ba? Pero kasi ang kailangan din naman kasi sa communication is you know how to respond well too, 'di ba? Kaya nga yan, yung mga engagement natin, strategies, 'di ba? Talagang may mga active involvement, listening, turn taking, asking clarifying questions, 'di ba? Alam mo na engage yung tao doon kapag nagtanong siya, 'di ba? Invested siya doon sa usapan. Pag nakapagbigay siya ng mga feedback, 'di ba? O kaya naman makikita mo yung engagement niya doon sa kung sige patapusin ka na muna niya, and then the way na mag-respond siya na, okay, I see your point, pero pwede din naman kasing ganito, 'di ba? Ayan, so nagre-respect ng mga different opinions. Ayan, no? And of course, your response or your engagement shows your interest also. No? Ayan. So, for example, during class discussion, 'di ba? Instead na mag-disagree ka agad sa teacher mo, o kaya doon sa classmate mo na nagre-recite, pwede mo sabihin na, gaya ng sabi nga, okay, I understand your point, pero may I share my perspective, 'di ba? In that sense, naging respectful ka nun, 'di ba? Yan. And di dapat nawawala yon, the respect while expressing also our opinion. And that makes the conversation positive, 'di ba? Kasi pag gusto mo pinakikinggan ka, dapat ikaw din nakikinig ka, 'di ba? Ayan, hindi naman pwedeng laging parang sa'yo na lang nag-a-adjust yung mundo, 'di ba? Na parang ikaw lang yung pwedeng paboran ng lahat ng mga bagay, 'di ba? Remember po, communication is not about winning arguments. It's about understanding each other. Yes, hindi naman natin kailangan lagi manalo lagi. Kung ikakapalaya ng bawat isa is by just saying sorry, why not? 'Di ba? Yeah. You don't have to heighten your voice. You don't have to show na you are the superior, 'di ba? Respect is the key in whatever conversation dealings we have. So, what is expression naman? Okay, dumako naman tayo sa expression, the last process. Ano? Ayan. So, expression is the process of communicating ideas, feelings, beliefs, and experiences through various means. And to express, these are the following ways: through speaking, through writing, through body language, facial expressions, digital communication. Ayan, kasi online na tayo ngayon, no? Nasa digital world na tayo. Okay, pack CD ka pa nga, di ba? And of course, the creative expression. So, for the speaking, it is done through verbal language and conversations, discussions, and presentations. Para naman sa writing, of course, these are written words, including essays, ayan, messages, and creative writing. Para sa body language, we convey meaning naman through posture, through gestures, and physical movement. For the facial expression, though, pasok pa rin naman siya sa mga non-verbal cues, but this is merely about the face, communicating our emotions, reactions, and attitudes without words. In digital communication naman, of course, this includes sharing ideas and feelings through online platforms, no? Just like email, social media, ayan po. And for the creative expression, of course, it is articulating experiences and emotions through art, music, drama, and other creative forms. Pwedeng mga films. So, ayan, from the word expression, it is the process, how naman to ngayon. We communicate our thoughts, emotions, ayan, opinions, and experiences. No? Ayan, so marami po tayong ways on how to express. No? Ayan. At ang maganda pa ngayon, everyone can express themselves differently. Pero, the goal is always to communicate clearly and respectfully. Dapat di nawawala yon. No? So parang you think about posting on social media. Some people express themselves through captions. Yung iba naman, they prefer sharing photos or videos, di ba? Mga memes, ganyan. Sa school, we might express our ideas through presentations, through essays, sa mga class discussions, di ba? But the important thing, the bottom line ng lahat ng to, di ba? Expression is making sure that our message matches our audience and our purpose. Hindi porket gusto mong sabihin, ibig sabihin okay na agad kung paano mo siya sinabi. Di ba? Ayan, kung medyo pagninilayan mo pa din naman kasi siya. What is the best way, di ba, to express or utter those words? So, how do we express ourselves effectively ba? No? So, always remember to consider the following. Ang audience natin, ang purpose, ang context, ang tone, ang language, at ang structure. No? Ayan. So, always consider them in the sample situations. No? Kapag nag-share tayo ng opinions, when we give presentations, when we apologize, no? When we express gratitude, and when we offer suggestions. Hindi lahat yan, no? Kumbaga, limited po yan. No? Meron pang other situations, no, na pwede nating idagdag dyan. Yan po ay mga some examples, situations lang, wherein we need to always consider the following, no, to express ourselves effectively po. No? Ayan. Kumbaga, kung sa digital space, meron tayong think before you click, meron din naman tayo dito think before you speak. No, ayan. So, these factors can help us decide what to say and how to say it. No, the same message kasi can sound respectful, pero it can also sound rude depending on the way it's delivered. No? For example, kung nagdi-disagree ka sa opinion ng teacher mo, you probably wouldn't say, mali po kayo. Diba? You could say, parang I have different perspective po, ma'am or sir. Ganun. May I share my opinion po? Ganyan, di ba? So, same idea, pero mas respectful yung approach mo ngayon kaysa doon sinabi mo, ay mali po kayo, ma'am, or mali po kayo, sir. Ganun, no? So, great communicators know that how you say something is just as important as what you say. Parehong important po yan. No? Ayan. Ano man ang sasabihin mo at paano mo siya sasabihin, dapat pinag-iisipan po natin both. So, let's put it all together. Ano ba ang bottom line ng lahat po ng dinidiscuss natin? Of course, effective communication happens through 3 key process. Nasabi na po natin yan. No? Ayan, so, for the example situation, ayan, a friend says, I'm okay. So, ito po yung pinaka-ano natin, no? So, para ma-imagine po natin how the 3 works, the interpretation, the engagement, tsaka the expression. Ayan, for example, sabi niya, I'm okay. So, sa interpretation, maisip mo na they may actually be upset. Ganyan, no? Galit sila. No? Pero sa engagement, you may ask, are you sure? You seem quiet today. Diba? Sabi niya kasi, I'm okay. Pero iba yung na-observe mo. Kaya doon pumasok yung engagement mo, diba? You ask kung totoo sure ba siya na okay lang siya. Kasi ang tahimik niya diba? And for the expression, ayan, you may respond kindly. No? Tapos sasabihin mo, oh, if you need someone to talk to, I'm only here ha, mga ganyan, di ba? Ayan. So, I hope na-gets po natin paano nag-work ang tatlo, no? The interpretation, the engagement, and the expression. Kailangan nating ma-process that these 3 processes ay nag-work together in harmony. Dapat sila. No? Again po, you don't just hear the words, you need to understand the possible meaning so that you can respond with empathy. Di ba? Ayan. And you can express your support with the person. No? Kasi effective communication, no, it's not just about giving answers. It's about making people feel heard, understood, and valued. No? Dapat alam mo yung pinagdadaanan niya. Ganyan. Kaya madaming nade-depress, di ba? Kasi the more they share, the more we judge them. Sa ayon sa gusto natin, ganun minsan nangyayari. Di ba? Kapag ano na lang siguro minsan doon na lang tayo para nagiging okay, kaya pala ganun siya, now I understand, ganun, di ba? Pero on the initial phase, minsan kasi, di ba, we don't take everything serious, di ba? Nakala natin, nagdadrama lang sila, ganyan. Nakala natin, ang OA lang nila, ang dramatic. Pero, ayun kasi, di ba? Pag talagang hindi tayo empathetic na person, it's hard for us to easily understand and absorb the energy of the person. Diba? Minsan ang dali lang sabihin na, ayoko ng drama, ayoko ng ganyan. Diba? Gusto ko happy lang. Pwede mo nga alam pinagdadaanan ng tao. Diba? Ang hirap din minsan kasi sa atin. Sasabihin natin, mag-reach out ka lang pag may problema ka. Pag nag-reach out naman, judge naman natin sila agad-agad. Diba? Minsan problem din natin. Let's talk about the common communication problems. So, ang sabi dito, understanding these common barriers is the first step toward becoming a clearer, more empathetic communicators in everyday interactions. No? Ayan. So, ang mga common problems na nakikita natin, of course, the misinterpretation, never yan nawawala. No? Ayan. Tapos, minsan pipilit pa natin yung point natin. Ayan, no? And of course, poor listening. Ayan. Isa yun sa ano natin, no? Sa kailangan mo work out. The poor listening, the lack of feedback, the wrong tone. Ayan. No? Pwede naman kasing malumanay. Bakit kasi sa ganung paraan sasabihin? Tapos, pag sa kanila nagawa, galit sila. Diba? So, tapos sasabihin ka pang yung ugali mo, kinaiinisan mo, ganun, no? Ayan. And of course, the emotional reactions. Ayan. Pero normal lang naman yung mga emotions. Pero we should learn how to tame ourselves also. And of course, ignoring non-verbal cues. Nakafocus ka lang doon sa message. Hindi mo nakita yung mga non-verbal cues niya. So, hindi mo siya talaga maintindihan. Yung tako na yun. No? Many misunderstandings sa mga communication, yan, they happen because of these problems. Na minsan, ayaw nating i-address. Diba? Pero kung ma-address lang sila, of course, everything will be in harmony. Diba? Walang tao mami-misunderstood or mami-misinterpret. No? At saka pag magkaiba talaga kayo ng agenda, more likely, diba, the conversation fails. Diba? Sometimes people argue not because they disagree, but because they misunderstood each other's message. No? Imagine, nagre-reply ka sa groupmates mo, diba? Sa message nila. Tapos, stress ka. Diba? Pwedeng mabasa mo yung message ng neutral. Diba? Kahit na ang rude na nung message nila. Kaya napaka-important na we pause before we react. No? Instead of assuming, jumping to conclusions, why not ask questions and clarify everything else first? Diba? As a real talk lang, no? Siguro, ganito siya. Many friendship dramas could probably be avoided sana with one simple question lang ng, what did you mean by that? Kaso, hindi kasi yung tinatanong natin agad, no? We react, we respond abruptly, immediately, napaka-sudden na mga outbursts ng mga emotions natin. Diba? Yes, most of the time kasi we get too emotional. Ayan. And our emotions drive us mad, drive us crazy, drive us basta yung parang masyado tayong fueled by our emotions. Kaya ang hirap para sa atin na i-clear yung fog sa ating mga conversations. So, for our key takeaways in this video lesson, ayan, always remember po, interpretation is understand the true meaning, engagement is connect with empathy and presence, and expression is communicate with clarity and respect. And of course, always remember that these two, the purpose and the context, can influence our communication, the way we interpret, the way we engage, and the way we express our ideas, thoughts, and beliefs. So, ayun po, no? Kailangan po, these three works together. Work together. Every time we talk, listen, write, or interact with other people. Tandaan po natin, the golden rule is just so simple. Listen carefully, think deeply, and express respectfully. Before responding, make sure you truly understand what the other person means. Kasi communication, again, isn't just about speaking first. It's about understanding first. No? And that's what makes conversation stronger and the relationships healthier. And that's a wrap, no, mga people. And thank you so much again for joining me in today's lesson. I hope you discovered that effective communication isn't just about talking confidently, but it's also about listening carefully, understanding people, and of course, expressing ourselves with kindness and respect. No? Always remember po this quote, the best communicators do more than speak. They understand before they respond, participate with empathy, and express themselves with clarity and respect. Keep practicing those skills po in your classroom, in your daily discussions, in your family conversations, friendship, and even online. And see you po on our next lesson. And thank you for learning with me. Bye-bye!